Happy Tuesday. Today is November 9th. This is the 32nd episode of season 2 of the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. It's a reciprocal action. Try it. You might like it. I'm your host. I'm Sekouwrites. I'm a professional creative and the creator of the Hero Ministry movement. That's my effort to uplift, inspire, and empower the unhoused. So, quick disclaimer, I am not a certified personal trainer, nor am I a licensed financial advisor. So do your own homework, do your own research in both cases. And shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space, this platform to talk about my journey of becoming my own hero. And this season, my journey of becoming my own financial hero. So please check them out at ntmedia.org. You can check out the other programming on the network, and you can also make a donation. That said, there's the website right there, ntmedia.org. That said, check me out here Monday through Friday for the Be Your Own Hero show at 10 a.m. Eastern. I stumbled because that's about to change, but we'll talk about that in a second. All right, and if this show provides any value to you, feel free to like, comment, share, tweet, subscribe on YouTube, and also make a donation and also buy something from the Hero Store, which you can find on my website, sekouwrites.com. All right, there we go. That's it for the intro. And I think I haven't done a commercial in a while. Let me hit you with the commercial. Shout out to the heroes in the chat. What's up, Tim? Where's my cup of coffee, bro? Where's my cup of coffee? Shout out to Nan. Appreciate you guys commenting in the chat. So, Hero Ministry news. Wait, Hero Ministry movement news. I told you I added a word because there are a bunch of other Hero Ministries I just found out. So, here, Hero Ministry movement news. All right, so this is day 162. I've been running every single day for 162 days in a row. If you track that back, that'll take you all the way back to June 1st. I've been running every day since the summer. There are 25 days left until the Hoodies for the Homeless event in Nashville that was created by Project Lovestrong. This is their 4th annual Hoodies for the Homeless event, and the Hero Ministry movement was launched at the 3rd annual Hoodies for the Homeless event just a year ago. So 25 days left, less than 100 miles left to my goal of 500 miles, and less than $1,600 left. Oh, I should have done the fireworks. I'm so excited. Another donation came in last night, and you saw me. If you saw yesterday's episode of the Be Your Own Hero show, you saw me struggling with faith in real time. You saw it, but that reinvigorated my faith. I got a donation yesterday from someone I don't even know. I emailed them to find out how they found out about this movement. I haven't gotten a response yet, but shout out to David. I really appreciate your donation. Very exciting. And I got a promissory note from someone else for another donation. So we're going to do this, y'all. We're going to do this. $1,600 left. It's going to go to zero like that. And I will reach my goal. Collectively, we will reach our goal to give to what I'm calling the Elevating 8 nonprofits. That's 8 different nonprofits in 4 different cities, all of which serve the unhoused population in different ways. So if you saw Living Life in Joy on Sunday, you got to meet one of the Elevating 8. Well, actually, if you've been watching Living Life in Joy every week, you've now met 3 of the 8. Rev Melissa has interviewed 3 of the Elevating 8 so far. And then there's another one coming up that we just recorded. So I'm excited about that one. So lots of really positive energy going on with the Elevating 8. So stay tuned. You're going to meet some more folks soon. Okay, so that said, let's talk about the time. Yesterday, I announced that we are going to half an hour instead of 15 minutes, and I put out a call for a vote for 9:45 or 9:30 start time, and it's been 100% 9:45 thus far, which shocked me. I didn't expect that at all, but it's been 100% vote for me starting the show at 9:45. So vote again. Just let me know if that's it, because so far there's been no dissenting votes, no 9:30 votes. And so if we're dead set on 9:45, I'll take that back to New Thought Media Network and we'll get it going maybe next week. We'll see. All right, so let me know. 9:30 versus 9:45 start time. Okay, So yes, I created an Amazon wish list for myself, in addition to an Amazon wish list that I already had for the unhoused. You can find both of those on my website, sekouwrites.com. And just a quick note about yesterday's Dalai Lama story. So I didn't explain. I read a daily devotional that was written by the Dalai Lama. You know, daily devotionals is like 365 days of whatever. So this particular one is 365 days of the Dalai Lama. And I've been reading it for a while as part of my morning practice. I love it because it's really short. And sometimes what he says goes right over my head. I'm not going to lie. And other times, like yesterday, it really sticks with me. And so that patience quote stuck with me. And I got some great comments and some great feedback from some of you. Shout out to Margareta for what you put in the chat. Yeah. So in case you didn't read it, so what Margareta put in the chat is that she was praying for patience. And then she was tried by a coworker who was, having a sour day. And that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm recognizing that the way that the universe responds to our prayer is with a challenge. Oh, and I forgot, I meant to pull up the video of T.D. Jakes. I assume many of you know who T.D. Jakes is. He's a famous preacher. But yesterday, after the show, I saw the snippet of T.D. Jakes preaching, and let me try to remember what he said. He said, this was so in line with what I was saying yesterday. He said that if you pray for greatness, okay, here it is. If you pray for greatness, God is going to put the greatness on the other side of the trouble, right? On the other side of trouble. In other words, you got to get through the trouble to get to the greatness. And it is the trouble and how you respond to it that prepares you for the greatness. You don't get the greatness. You get the challenge. And this is me now. And you've, as an adult, you have habituated yourself to whatever response you usually have. Unwittingly, you've created a habitual response to trouble. So you're annoyed or you're challenged or whatever negative response you usually have has become a habit. So not only do you have to get through the trouble, you've got to get through your own habit of responding to the trouble in the same way that you always respond to the trouble. You got to get past both hurdles, the trouble and your habituated response to that trouble. If you can get past both of those, then you get to the greatness. Then you get to the greatness, and you have been prepared for the greatness. So I'm gonna find the video. I'll post it so you guys can check it out. But I was like, oh, this is right on time. This is right on time. Divine order. Anyway, let me get back on schedule. So let's get into the money. Let's talk about the money. All right. So let's do that affirmation again. I've been sharing this affirmation with you, and I want everybody to get it locked in. I am so happy and grateful to be a multimillionaire in every area of my life. By the way, on the left-hand side of my screen, that skyline is the moon. That's a picture I took of the moon during one of the meditation with the moon ceremonies. It's a pretty cool photo, right? That blue roof right there, I call it King Me because it looks like a crown. Oh, it just hit me. It looks like a crown. I've been looking at that view for years. I've been calling it King Me for years. Maybe that's where the inspiration for the crown came from. Maybe it was just, all right, God, I see you. Let me get back on track. I'm about to run out of time with all these tangents. Okay. The bricks. Let's get back to the bricks. So the bricks that we've been talking about thus far, I haven't said this out loud, but I am thinking of these as the long-term bricks, like long-term investment, buy and hold, and just they'll hold you down over the long term. So just to recap quickly, I'm not going to go back into it because I've discussed them in previous shows. So garden money brick number one is index funds because it gives you broad exposure. The growth money brick is growth stocks. The income money brick are dividend paying stocks. That's three. And then the fourth brick is real estate investment trusts, because that gives you not only dividend income, but also exposure to a different asset class, real estate, for much cheaper than you could go buy real estate out in the real world. So that's that, which brings me to my personal risk money brick. So for me, having those other bricks in place for long term, buy, hold, forget about them, just leave them there, gives me the elbow room to play around in my risk money brick. So my personal risk money brick is, I would do a drum roll, but you already know, it's cryptocurrency. All right, so what I'm suggesting, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm suggesting is that you choose an industry that you believe in, that you actively believe in, so that if it falls, back to my 80% rule, if it falls 80%, you'll still be okay. You won't panic at all because you believe in the industry, because you have done the research, you've done the work to understand that industry. So for me, that is cryptocurrency. And the more I study it, here it is, the more layers I discover within that industry. So it'll be the same for you, no matter what industry you choose. Once you do a deep dive, you'll discover other layers. So that brings us back to this weekend and the layers that I discovered within the crypto industry. Man, have you ever heard of the metaverse? I hadn't. I had not heard of the metaverse. But again, me studying cryptocurrency and continuing to go deeper and deeper on cryptocurrency. By the way, what I mean when I say that is Googling and YouTubing. Googling, YouTubing, and then reading. Googling, YouTube, and finding a book that relates to what I'm looking for. Easy stuff. But I discovered the metaverse this weekend. And the metaverse is old. Probably you never heard of the metaverse either. Listen to me. Let me explain what's happening out there. There is a whole cyber world not being created it's already created. There's a whole cyber world out there that's already been created. Within this world, people are spending cryptocurrency to pay for things within that world. Not in this world, not in this brick and mortar world, not as much, but in that world, like it is, cryptocurrency is the way you pay for things. So that's mind-boggling, but it helps explain why the market cap for cryptocurrency is now 3 trillion. Remember I told you it was 2 trillion? It's 3 trillion now, just that fast. It's $3 trillion, more than the GDP of Canada. And then that inspired me to look for something else. I was like, how many cryptocurrencies are there? Let's start with this. How many fiat currencies are there? Fiat currencies are governmental currencies like the US dollar, like the yen, right? Euros, pesos, stuff like that. How many of those are there? There are 180 fiat currencies, right? You know how many cryptocurrencies there are right now? 13,000. 13. Are you hearing me? 13,000 cryptocurrencies versus 180 real life currencies. And these cryptocurrencies are being spent in the metaverse, which has already been created. And I'm going to end this show with the shocker. Facebook has just changed its name to Meta. Why? Because that's how heavy they're going into the metaverse. They have dedicated $10 billion to develop the metaverse. They changed their stock symbol from Facebook to Meta, META. So right now, my only goal in the stock market is to get a full share of Facebook, which I do not have. I've got a little piece, fractional share, but my goal is to get a full share of Facebook, which is now known as Meta. I mean, Facebook is not losing. They have not lost yet. They make a habit of hiring the smartest people in the world, and they're spending $10 billion. When have you known something that someone spent $10 billion on that failed? I'm all in on it. All right, so I'm out of time. Obviously, I'm excited. It was exciting to discover this whole world. So I'll probably be talking about the metaverse for the rest of this week. Until then, you should Google it. You should get familiar because it's mind-boggling. All right, so that's my time. Stay tuned for prayer time. Stay tuned for Rev Melissa at 10:30. And until then, until you come back and see me again tomorrow, keep doing, be a hero, be your own hero, and remember that now, right now, is better than perfect. And I'll see you tomorrow. Later.